Hey lads, how you doing? So just plugging myself in. As you come along, say hello so I can see who's in the group. We're going to quickly talk about exercise and mental health and stuff like that. It's quite prevalent at the moment, isn't it? So, a lot of people, there's bad things going on that we're seeing in social media, people taking their lives because of depression and stuff like that. And I'm just going to use myself as an example. So basically, I struggle with anxiety and all that. I have feelings of impending doom for no reason. I don't like being in big groups. When I'm at boot camp, I might come across really confident, but actually I'm over chatty and I talk a lot, and that's a way of me getting over my anxiety and all that. But also, I use exercise to help with my mental health, and I find it's a massive de-stressor, so much better than eating junk food or drinking or whatever to get over it. And I've got a great example today. So I've had man flu, I'm getting over it, I'm getting better, and basically this morning I was just in a shitty mood. I felt poorly, run down. Everything was an effort. I mean, even going for a crap was an effort. And then I had this massive gym session. Like, I've got a competition in a few weeks. And I had to go. Like, I've got to get these numbers, because if I don't get the numbers, it will affect the competition and stuff like that. And basically, my gland, like, this sounds like I'm fucking whinging, right? But just bear with me a minute, because there's a positive that's going to come out of this. My glands were up, my throat was sore, like my head was pounding. I couldn't think straight. It was just bollocks, right? Anyway, dragged my ass to the gym, had a great session. And I was convinced, because of the mood that I was in, and I was convinced because of how run down I felt, like literally, even to turn my neck, I could feel my glands pulling in my neck, whatever. Went and did a 4-hour session, so I know that's quite extreme, but our sessions can be quite long. Got a PB, and all of my symptoms have gone. Like, literally got a bit of a rough throat or whatever, but my throat's not killing, glands aren't up, I feel more positive, I can think clearly, I'm no longer anxious, I'm no longer feeling like everything's like falling on me. Because when you go in those moods, everything's like impending doom, everything's terrible. We're just like, us men are big mardy drama queens, aren't we? I see it in the group, I see it with the lads, I'm one of them. And it is what it is, but you can just tell now with the way I'm speaking how positive I am. It's like 9 o'clock. Last night I was on death's doors and I feel so much better. So all I'm saying is, if you're going through that right now, if you're feeling like shit and you're a bit run down and everything's just feeling on top of you, if you can, you've got to put yourself as a priority. You've got to get yourself to go and exercise. You have to do it. You have to come first. If you are like one of the main providers for your family, you've heard that the king must eat first, and I've mentioned that before in videos and podcasts and stuff like that, that you have to put yourself first. Because if you are run down, tired, stressed out, anxious, depressed, you are useless. You're just snappy, moody motherfucker that's poorly all the time. So for me, I run two boot camp businesses. I am no use to the business, tired and miserable. I have to put myself first. So I want you to do the same. And an interesting thing is that we've got a doctor that attends our boot camp. And he's been on the boot camp before, he's come back to us, and we were having a conversation about people that keep going back to his surgery. So they keep going back saying, I've got this, I've got that. They've got all these health issues. So basically, he sends them away for testing and test this, test that, test the other. Everything comes back A-OK. And he's like, there's nothing wrong with you. You need to go start looking after yourself. He can see by their appearance and by, the way they talk about the nutrition and exercise, is it's non-existent. They eat junk food, they eat when they're hungry, and they eat crap. They never exercise, they barely walk, they drive everywhere, they've got mental health problems and all that. If you are in one of those positions where you've got ailments and there's no particular reason for them, maybe you just need to start going look after yourself. Because with a lot of you, there's nothing wrong with you. Again, we take on blokes and ladies on the programme that have ailments, they have issues. It could be from a bad back to mental health problems to asthma to high blood pressure to there's all sorts of things. Lo and behold, they get fit and healthy and all those things go. Do you know what I mean? So basically, you've got to start looking after yourself and cutting out the bullshit. If you have particular problems that you can't undo because they're medical, yeah, I get that, totally get that. But if they're general health stuff like, oh, my back's always hurting, or I always have headaches, or I never have energy, I'm always lethargic, or I always get colds, and I'm always run down with bronchitis, well, have a look, do a health check, look at yourself. Do you exercise regularly? If the answer's no, there's an answer. Do you eat healthy? Then if the answer's no, there you go. Do you know what? Eat healthy and exercise on a regular basis. Enjoy a treat every now and again. And you're going to start, as James Boardman says, you're going to start living instead of existing. You're going to have a much better time in life when you start looking after yourself. I mean, we've got one bloke on the programme. He didn't have any health issues, but as soon as he got back from work, he went and slobbed on the sofa, had a few beers, went to sleep, and then went to bed. That was his existence. For him and his wife, it was shit. And his wife was like, mate, you need to go sort yourself out because I've had enough. Lo and behold, he gets fit, goes boot camp, and life gets better. I can't put that any more straightforward. It helps with the actual, health, physical health, and mental health. Start going exercise, start looking after yourself, start eating good food. You will feel better for it almost immediately. I'm not saying don't drink booze. I'm not saying don't enjoy yourself. But for God's sake, look after yourself. You will thank me later. Coach Si, signing out.